Hey folks, Aldo here. For those who may not know me, I'm a ZTM alumni who went from absolutely no tech background or experience to becoming a full stack developer. And now I made it my mission to help others thrive and succeed in their own journeys. In this video, we're diving into one of the most impactful and thrilling fields in tech, ethical hacking. Imagine getting to think like a hacker, but for the good guys. It's almost like being a modern day superhero, but instead of masks and capes, we're armed with keyboards and firewalls. But trust me, the villains are just as real. Although we'll be focusing on ethical hacking, the insights in this video also apply to becoming a cybersecurity expert. So whether you're interested in offensive or defensive security, you'll find something valuable in this video. Now you might be wondering, what does Aldo know about ethical hacking? Well, lucky for you and me, this information isn't coming from me. We have ZTM instructor and cybersecurity guru Alexa here to guide us. Alexa has over a decade of experience in the industry and has worked for some of the biggest names in tech, and he was kind enough to create a comprehensive blog post on this exact topic. So if you want more information than what I'm going to cover in this video, make sure to check that out. It'll be linked in the top right hand corner as well as the description down below. Alright, what is ethical hacking? What do ethical hackers do? And how can you become one? Well, let's get into all that and more right now. Alright, let's break it down. Ethical hacking is essentially about being a good hacker. It's the practice of intentionally breaking into systems and networks to identify and fix security vulnerabilities before the bad guys can get to them. Think of it like a cyber detective. They use the exact same methods a malicious hacker would, but for the greater good. But what does an ethical hacker actually do? Well, here are 4 key elements to the role. Number 1, stay updated. Keep up with industry trends and certifications to stay ahead of new system flaws and hacking techniques. Number 2, assess vulnerabilities. Perform recon on systems and users to identify weak spots. Number 3, hack the system. Use various methods to exploit flaws and gain access. Number 4, report findings. Present your findings and recommend fixes or upgrades to enhance security. This is typically what an ethical hacker's job responsibilities are, but some people do specialize in certain areas, so day-to-day duties really depend on what avenue you want to take. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into the step-by-step roadmap of becoming an ethical hacker. And step number 1 is setting yourself up for success. If you watched any of our other breaking into tech guides, this shouldn't come as a surprise. The truth is that many people don't know how to learn effectively because traditional education methods often fall short. By improving your learning techniques, you can grasp concepts faster and retain information much more efficiently. That's why we'd recommend you check out Andre's Learning How to Learn course. I've personally taken it and I can tell you it has been amazing in my professional and personal life. If you want to check that out, click the link in the top right hand corner or check out the description down below. Step number 2, learn a programming language. Technically, you don't need to learn a programming language to become an ethical hacker because of all the pre-built tools available, but it can be extremely beneficial. Here's why. Number 1, fills knowledge gaps. Knowing how to code helps you understand the inner workings of systems, making you a more effective hacker. Number 2, boosts job prospects. Many job listings for ethical hackers require programming skills, especially in Python. And even if they don't, having foundational knowledge in a programming language will help you stick out. Number 3, enhance skills. Coding skills allow you to create custom scripts and tools, giving you an advantage in ethical hacking. Well, that begs the question, are all programming languages equally as useful when it comes to ethical hacking? Well, don't worry because we're going to give you an exact list of languages that we'd recommend learning. Number 1, Python. Ideal for network and port scanning, web application testing, and vulnerability scanning. Python's simplicity and power make it a go-to language for ethical hackers. To keep it simple, if you could only learn one language as an ethical hacker, it would be this one. Number 2, PHP. Useful for exploiting vulnerabilities in websites, especially those running on platforms like WordPress. Number 3, C and C++. Great for creating low-level exploits due to their access to hardware and system resources. Number 4, SQL. Essential for understanding and performing SQL injection attacks. Let me clarify, you don't need to master all of these languages to become an ethical hacker. In fact, just a foundational knowledge in each of them can get you very far. If you're ready to start learning any of these languages, head over to the description down below where we will link some resources to help you out. Step number 3, build a portfolio early. In tech, what matters most is showcasing that you can actually do the work instead of just having a degree. And that is where the portfolio comes in. A portfolio can help you showcase your work to potential employers. And even if you don't have any projects to show for right now, create the portfolio and add to it as you go. Make sure to include relevant programming projects, including those in Python, and also make sure to regularly update the portfolio as you gain new skills. If you want to learn more about how to make a professional portfolio, there will be a link in the description down below, so make sure to check that out. Step number 4, learn the basics of ethical hacking. As I mentioned earlier, there are two sides to ethical hacking. The offensive side, also known as the hacking side, and then the defensive side, which is stopping people from hacking. You can't really learn one without the other. They both have great techniques and details that are worth learning. A good recommendation is to start with the offensive side of things first. Here are a few key things to focus on. Number 1, Linux, Kali Linux, and virtual machines. Number 2, reconnaissance and information gathering. Number 3, scanning tools. Number 4, vulnerability analysis. Number 5, exploitation and gaining access. Number 6, post-exploitation methods. Of course, I'm not going to leave you hanging, so if you're at this step, make sure to check out Alexa's complete ethical hacking bootcamp course. It's about 29 hours long. It is massive, and it covers everything that I just mentioned a second ago. You can check that out in the top right-hand corner and the description down below. Step number 5, learn the basics of defensive cybersecurity. A lot of hacking issues can be prevented up front with good defensive measures. Knowing how to protect a system is just as important as knowing how to hack it. So here are a few key areas to focus on. Number 1, knowledge of common threats and bugs. Number 2, removing vulnerabilities. Number 3, endpoint protection. And number 4, network security. By learning these defensive techniques alongside your hacking skills, you'll be proficient in both offense and defense, making you a well-rounded cybersecurity expert. Just like the last step, I'm not going to leave you hanging, so if you're interested in learning about defensive security, make sure to check out Alexa's complete cybersecurity bootcamp course. It's about 11 hours long, and it'll teach you everything you need to know to get hired. I'll link it in the top right-hand corner, as well as the description down below. Step number 6, start applying for jobs. Now that you have a solid foundation in both offensive and defensive cybersecurity, you are now ready to start applying. Remember step number 3, building out your portfolio? Well, this is where it comes into play. If you've been keeping up with your portfolio, adding the projects, and showcasing your skills, you are ahead of the game and are for sure ready to start applying. And you won't feel 100% ready. In fact, I would bet that over 99% of tech job applicants don't feel ready when they start applying. But if you push through that, your chances greatly increase of landing that job sooner rather than later. Anyways, here are a few tips to help you through the process. Number 1, highlight your soft skills. In addition to your technical know-how, interviewers will be evaluating your soft skills. Be prepared with examples showcasing how you collaborated with coworkers or led teams or projects in the past. Number 2, demonstrate strong communication. Make sure to showcase strong communication skills in writing and during interviews. Use proper grammar, avoid spelling mistakes, and send a thank you email within 24 hours of your interview. Number 3, showcase your problem-solving skills. Ethical hackers do a lot of troubleshooting and problem solving. Be ready to discuss situations where you solved complex or business critical problems. If you don't have any work-related examples, share stories from school or community projects. Now, when it comes to the technical interview, they all tend to be very similar, so I'm not going to go too in-depth on this topic. But if you want a full comprehensive guide on acing the technical interview, then check out the description below. Step number 7, get certified, CompTIA Plus or others. You see, the tech industry is always evolving, so cybersecurity experts need to be kept up on the latest developments. Missing out on a key update or not understanding an emerging technology can leave a system vulnerable. To stay current and increase your job prospects, regularly update your training and earn different security certifications. These certifications cover the latest essential information, and it shows employers that you actually care about the industry changes. Here are a few certifications to consider. Number 1, CompTIA Security Plus. Number 2, GIAC Pen Tester. Number 3, Certified Ethical Hacker. Number 4, Offensive Security Certified Professional. Now to clarify, these certifications aren't easy, especially that last one. But with the right preparation, you're more than capable of acing these exams. We don't have preparation courses for all the certifications mentioned, but we do have one for the CompTIA Security Plus. So if you're taking that in the near future, make sure to check out the full course, linked in the top right-hand corner, as well as the description down below. And finally, step number 8, increase your skills and income. By now you should be hired and thriving as an ethical hacker, but there's always room for growth. One way to make more money is by participating in bug bounty programs. These programs pay you to find and report different security flaws, with some rewards reaching mid-5 to 6-figure sums. If you ask me, it's a good amount of money. Besides financial benefits, bug bounties can also lead to recognition within the field and even open up new career opportunities. Another couple areas that you can focus on are DevOps and AI, as they will not only make your life easier, but also make you more valuable to employers. And that wraps it up. By now you should have everything you need to flourish in this exciting industry. And the best part is that you can learn every topic and take every course that I mentioned by joining Zero to Mastery, and then come say hi to me on Discord when you do. If you want even more details than what I've covered here today, then make sure to check out the full written guide that Alexa put together. I'll link it in the top right hand corner as well as the description down below. Oh, and if you enjoyed this video, please drop it a like and consider subscribing. And as always, feel free to drop a comment with your thoughts, questions, or concerns down below. That's it from me. Keep learning, stay dedicated, and I'll catch you in the next video.